What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy JG, back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. If you're watching this premiere, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Also got super chat if you want to leave a super chat, and also got Cash App $ JGillsVA. Scrolling down on the bottom of the screen. Appreciate y'all for watching. This is gonna be an interesting video because I was thinking of this a long time ago, and I see that a lot of content creators that are in the music industry field, talking about music industry, producers, artists, this topic came up, and this is not discrediting what Dr. Dre has done in the music industry, but it's a question that a lot of people are bringing up, and I thought about this a long time ago, and this is just I feel people's unpopular opinion. It's a lot of producers in the industry that credit is well deserved. And Dr. Dre, we need to give it the credit. He did a lot of great production from the 80s to present time, still producing. I saw recently he's producing the album for Marsha Ambrosius, and that's incredible. But the question, and I've thought of this, and I've seen people talk about it, and I have to talk about it because it's been a thought on my mind. Is Dr. Dre overrated? That's the question I've had for a long time. And I've thought, I feel in ways he can be seen as overrated. He did a lot of production in the 90s, the early 90s with NWA, Snoop Dogg, and then going up to the late 90s and early 2000s, a lot of the Eminem albums. You can't take credit from that, from all of that. But the question is he overrated? Because people, and even other great producers, super producers that came out around that time, they say that Dr. Dre is that dude. Dr. Dre is the GOAT. Somewhat they they just I wouldn't say bow down to Dr. Dre, but they like, oh, I'm not as good as Dr. Dre. You see people on Drink Champs. I saw Timbaland on Drink Champs. He's like, I'm not as good as Dr. Dre. Or Pharrell said, I'm not good as Dr. Dre. That's what they sound like to me. They're like, Dr. Dre, we owe Dr. Dre everything. But I feel that Dr. Dre is overrated in some ways because, even though he's founded and discovered a lot of artists, I've discovered a lot of songs that people say that Dr. Dre produced. He actually had ghost producers as well, but not saying that Dr. Dre wasn't the mastermind behind the production, the mixing. I believe that Dre's tracks is the best produced mix records of all time. I believe that. I love the work he did on 50 Cent, Eminem. Like, if you hear the Sonics on the Eminem show, those albums, incredible production, just the fullness, the way his drums hit. But is he as versatile as a Timbaland? Is he as versatile as a Pharrell? These are questions we must ask, and if I'm wrong, leave a comment if I'm wrong. But is he as versatile as, like I said, Timbaland or Pharrell or Rick Rubin? Even though I heard he don't do a, he's not really hands-on. Has he done as much, or as close to, Diddy, as far as being that producer. Of course, you can't discredit people that they not really hands-on, but they're still producers. You take Quincy Jones for instance. He wasn't always a hands-on producer, but he was a great producer. He had his hands on a lot of different styles, a lot of different genres of music, from jazz to R&B to pop to disco. He had his hands in a lot of things, but can you really say that about Dr. Dre though? He's dabbled in R&B, but have he made a whole R&B album with an artist? Timbaland has, and they were success. Justin Timberlake, Aaliyah, the list goes on. Could Dr. Dre produce a Missy album? It's just questions. He probably can, but these are questions I've had in my head about when we say that Dr. Dre is like the GOAT and stuff like that. And he's on my top list as producers, but I feel like some people put him all the way up, like he's the producers of producers. But I feel that me honestly, I would put him, I would put Timbaland over Dr. Dre. And y'all can probably tell from my conversation already. I feel, I'm not being biased because I'm from VA, but I feel like Timbaland is a more versatile producer. He's produced pop, he's produced R&B. He kind of dabbled a little bit into country. Just so many things that Timbaland, and his sound has evolved a lot, beyond a lot of other producers. He's still in the game, still making hits. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to consider when you say that Dr. Dre is like a GOAT. But like I said, I'm not discrediting Dr. Dre. This is just my unpopular opinion. Maybe it's a coastal thing because I'm from the east side, and a lot of probably west side people may disagree with me, but it's just my unpopular opinion. So leave your comments, let me know what you think. I would love to hear your opinion on this topic. Is Dr. Dre overrated? Leave your comments. Please subscribe to my channel on my road to 3,000 subscribers. So appreciate y'all for watching, appreciate y'all for tuning in, and until next time, all right, peace.